If you want the best schemes created by the best players in the world, head over to acemadden.com, get yourself a membership, and make sure to use code ACE for 10% off at checkout. What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace from acemadden.com, and today I'm going to break down a new formation that was added to the game this year, and I feel like it has really good pressure, good flexibility, and a lot of speed on the field. So if you like to be unique on defense, this formation might be for you. No, I am not talking about 3-4 odd. I know the menu's on 3-4 odd right now. That's been in the game forever, but I will talk about the new formation in just a second. But I just want to say, if this video hits 200 likes, I will drop a full defensive scheme on this channel for free. So it's all I ask of you. Just drop a like. Really helps me out. Now let's get into the breakdown. So this is the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive playbook, and they did add a new formation called the 1-5-5 double A gap. So double A gap has been in the game forever. This formation doesn't look much different in regards to just like the alignment and everything. There's one major difference. So 1-5-5 means there's only one defensive lineman. And then there's 5 linebackers technically, and then there's 5 defensive backs. Now, here's the cool thing. Right here at this, I don't want to call it a defensive tackle position, but typically where a defensive tackle lines up, you can actually substitute a safety in. So this is a linebacker position. And as we know, in some nickel sets, we can substitute safeties into linebacker. So I put Miles Killebrew here. You could put whoever you want. Maybe put someone with more speed. He's only got 86. And then right here at these other positions, these are linebackers as well. You can put safeties here if you so choose. I like Spillane and Bush. I'm going to leave them here. But that's the main difference. There's a linebacker where a defensive lineman used to be, and you can add a safety. So you have more speed on the field. So we're going to be talking about mid blitz. This is not a new play in the game, but it is in a new formation, and we can do something a little crazy with it. So mid blitz, and we'll come against, we'll go against like curl flat, a very popular play. So here's how I like to set up the play. You're going to do D-pad left. That's going to bring up your defensive line menu. You're going to shift them to the right, which is going to be the opposite direction of the safety that you subbed in. So the trips tight end's not always going to be on this side. My main point is this. You see how there's this defensive lineman? You're always going to shift towards the defensive lineman. So we're going to shift to the right because he's on the right side of the field. And then we're going to do D-pad left again. And then we're going to crash our D-line up. That's going to be right stick up. After you do that, and it doesn't look like he did, but he actually did. It's just a visual bug. He did crash up. After you do that, you're going to hook zone your safety here that's on D-line, and then you're going to bring him back to about here. He's going to be your user. After we snap the ball, we're just going to kind of like hover here for a second, and then we're going to drop back in user. So as you can see right here, boom, there is our pressure. It's a 5-man. It gets in versus 5. So if they do not block the running back, this is going to come clean. Comes in very clean. You could put someone faster here than TJ Watt, but honestly, when we don't send 5, I'd rather have him have really good, pass rush moves. So like if we send 3, I'd rather him be able to win on the edge. So I'm fine with sacrificing a little bit of speed. But I'll show you it's not a fluke. Just go ahead and do it again. And then boom, here comes TJ Watt off the edge. Now you might be saying, Ace, what if they just block the running back? Yes, if they block the running back, it is going to unfortunately pick up the blitz. Let's go ahead and block the running back. And you're going to see our linebacker gets chop blocked. We still get really good pressure, but it is going to get picked up. Now, here's a good thing. This safety back here, he's manned up on the running back. But when he sees the running back stays in the block, he is going to actually help deep. So he's not wasted. He's going to help our boys in coverage on this side of the field. So we're still kind of operating at a advantage because they're blocking 6 to pick up our 5. And then this guy is also helping in coverage. He's kind of double teaming. Another thing worth talking about. What if they use inside zone? Okay, so I'm going to be straight up honest here. If they use inside zone, it does take a fair amount of skill to stop it using this setup specifically. I will show you a setup that's much easier to stop inside zone while still getting the blitz to work in just a second. But I just want to show that you can stop inside zone like this. You just have to kind of know what you're doing. So go to inside zone. And then what we're going to do is once it's snapped, we're just going to kind of loop around like this and then use A or X for conservative tackle. You want to use conservative tackle, not hit stick. The reason for that is you are literally the last line of defense. So this is risky. You have to be really good with your user, but you're the last line of defense. You see, nobody is going to be able to help us. Maybe this guy if he gets a good shed, but there's nobody else. Everybody else is turning their back and running. And those other guys on the backside are nowhere in the play. So this is risky, like I said, but you can stop inside zone like this. Now, if you just don't feel comfortable doing that, what you're going to do is do the same setup, but you're going to leave your safety here on the defensive line or on the line of scrimmage, and then you're going to do whatever you want with him. You can put him in a hook. You can put him in a purple. You can man up the running back. Whatever you want. I'll man up the running back. And then you're going to bring this guy in against trips tight end specifically, I should say. This is not something you're going to do versus every formation, but against trips tight end, that inside zone can be a little pesky. And against inside zone, we now have numbers, and it's going to be way easier to stop. You don't have to be nearly as skilled with your user to stop the inside zone. So that's one adjustment you can make. And that's one of the reasons I like this guy being a safety. You know, you can just do whatever you want with him. Like if I man up the running back, I trust he's going to do a good job versus a running back. So let's go ahead and show you a few different things you can do versus the pass. So let's go ahead and go back to our original alignment. And here's a couple things you can do. Now, I don't really like cover 2 this year, but what you can do is you can put a cover 2 shell on that side of the field just to mix things up a little bit. So, you know, use Y or triangle twice, and that's going to bring up these icons. Hit X, left stick down, that's going to put a cloud. Y twice or triangle twice. LB, left stick up, deep half. You can totally do this if you want. Your responsibility at this point is the inside slot receiver, which is going to be, I think, B, if I'm not mistaken. You want to make sure he's not running deep. So just hover here for a quick second, drop back, and then cover B. Now, I obviously know what route he's on, but I'm honestly just looking to see if he goes deep. If he goes deep, he's my responsibility. I want to make sure I just don't get bombed. Okay? We can see everything else is pretty much bagged, and the pressure does come in. Something else you can do, something a little bit less risky because I feel like cover 2 is not that good. You can do an outside third, inside third, and then we'll actually just leave it like this, and then I'll just use her to the inside slot again and just be ready for anything from left to right. So because if anything comes from left to right, there's no zone on the right side of the field to help us. So if they, like, for instance, throw a drag going from left to right and we don't cover it, it's going to be a huge gain, maybe even a touchdown. So let's go ahead and snap the ball. Anything from left to right, that's ours. I think I messed up. I think I might have forgotten to crash up. Let me go ahead and do that again. So right here, we have a really good shell on the left side of the field. Yeah, they can throw any kind of flat route, but that's kind of cool. This is just a mix-in. And there we go. Now we can do something even a little bit more crazy with our coverage. Well, I wouldn't say crazy, but a little bit more helpful. If we use the other setup, we can do that cover 3, put this guy in a purple, bring this guy down, and then all we have to do is literally read the running back. If the running back stays in the block, we can just use her whatever the hell we want. Usually, I would say keep an eye on anything from left to right because, again, if they throw a drag from left to right, there's no zone to help, so just be ready for that. But really just read the running back, see if he stays in. He goes out, so he's our responsibility. And I didn't hover for long enough for that blitz to come in, so let's do it again. So bring this guy down. This blitz really doesn't take long to set up. The adjustments, yeah, if you're not advanced, I can see how maybe you can't get all of them off, but that's fine if you stay in the backed off man coverage, honestly. You don't have to. This is a little bit more advanced, adding the thirds and the curl flats and stuff. But that's the basic gist of it. I would say the other version is better for, actually getting the blitz to come in. So this one right here. But and honestly, you're not going to get beat deep on a go route or anything because man coverage backed off like this is just not going to get bombed. So you don't ever have to worry about that. Even if the guy's way faster than yours, the pressure is going to come in before even a Tyreek Hill can run by you. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I just want to show you one more time that the running back is going to pick this up, so you guys don't come back to me later like, Ace, what the hell? My blitz isn't coming in, bro. Yeah, it's probably because they're blocking their running back. Maybe even their tight end. But that's going to be it for the breakdown. If you guys want to see more from this formation, let me know in the comment section. I can definitely, explore this formation a little bit more, do a little bit more breakdowns out of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Remember, if this hits 200 likes, I will drop a full defensive scheme on this channel for free. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe for that daily Madden 22 content, and I will see you guys later.